What's up, guys? Bringing you some Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We're going to look at the performance of this game at different resolutions from 1080p to 1440p to 4K to 5K. Okay guys, we're back with The Witcher 3. This time we're going to look at the game in 1080p. With everything maxed out, including HairWorks and all that other stuff. But as you can see, the performance is brilliant. It's over 120 frames a second. But of course, this is with 4 GTX Titan X's, so you'd expect great performance. I'd be pissed with anything less than 120 frames with this kind of hardware. It's the 5960X. With 4.4 or at 4.4 gigs, but that's partly why the OSD is so big. Is usually I play at 5K and I have to zoom in to be able to see it, but at 1080p it just looks weird. Okay, let's get to the horse here. But it's crazy compared to the 4K. I was getting only like 45 frames a second, but at 1080p we're at over 120 with the same settings. Everything is absolutely maxed out, including anti-aliasing, shadows, the HairWorks, and the HBAO plus Ambient Occlusion. Game looks pretty good even on a 5K monitor playing at 1080p, but I can kind of tell the graininess because of the lower resolution. But so with 2 Titan X's you're probably looking at around 60 frames a second or 55, but with 1 Titan X it'll be interesting to see what kind of performance you get at 1080p. But the game is just, it just looks fabulous. The dense vegetation, the ambient sounds, everything looks cool. I wish there was a way to toggle the HUD off completely. There might be an option to do that, but anyway, the scaling is not too bad. It's still around, well, just dropped there, but around 60%. But it's not that bad. But that's The Witcher 3 at 1080p. What's up, guys? We're back. This time at 1440p with everything maxed out. The game uses only around 3 gigs of VRAM at this resolution, but look at the performance. It's really good. It's above, well, kind of fluctuates quite a bit, but we're looking at around 90 frames a second, which is pretty damn good. Of course, we have 4 GTX Titan X's here, so you'd expect great performance. Man, those skin textures are pretty crazy. As do I. Alright, so going along the same path, let's haul ass here. Game looks fabulous. The HairWorks makes thing look more realistic. Oh, well, look, it's a. See what combat is like. Oh, what the hell? Combat's pretty good, still around 85 frames a second. What the hell was that? Thanks for helping me, guys. Alright, so let's continue down the path. You know, at 1080p we were getting around 120 to 125 frames a second, but now we're at around 70 to 80 or 70 to 90 frames a second, which is pretty good. But I'm pretty amazed that the VRAM usage is so low. As you guys can see, even in 4K and 5K, it's not that high. So it's kind of interesting. But there it is, folks. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt at 1440p with everything turned up. This is the 4K version of the game. So let's dive into the options and let me show you what's turned on and what's not. So turned off all the blur, but everything else is maxed out, including ambient occlusion and all the other post-processing effects. Unlimited frame rate, and I'm playing at cinematic 4K, obviously. And then full screen. Oh, we want to turn on HairWorks. Really kills the performance, but max everything out, including the hardware cursor. So let's see what it does.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him.
So as we can see right away, you know, at 4K it's like it's around 40 to 42 frames a second. I mean, the game looks fabulous, but you know, the scaling just is pretty terrible. It's around 60% across. Fucking garbage. Alright guys, we're back with The Witcher 3 in 4K. So just going down along the road. Gotta head to that place to hunt down the griffin. But wanted to show you guys with every setting maxed out, including HairWorks and anti-aliasing at 4K. The game, I mean, it just looks phenomenal, but you know, as you can tell, the performance is really subpar. The scaling is around 60% and the frame rate's around 40 FPS. So it's really taxing on the system. This is with 5960X overclocked to 4.4 gigahertz. So it's just, you know, it's strange. I mean, the GPUs have a mild overclock, but it's still, you would expect at least 60 frames a second at 4K with 4 of the top end GPUs out there right now. It's just amazing how demanding this game is. But anywho, that seems to be you know, since it's the release drivers of the game, it probably will improve down the road, but I don't see it, you know, making a huge difference. But you know, it might be anywhere in the realm of 5 to 10 FPS. But with every setting like just turned up, you know, look at the mane of the horse. Look at the HairWorks display. It looks so awesome. And Geralt's hair too. I mean, we should have a different hairstyle, but look at that, around 40 to 45 frames a second. Just looks epic. But it just feels much more immersive than Skyrim. I know Skyrim modded out the wazoo can have, you know, vegetation similar to this, but this game just, you know, it's really crazy. Just, you know, stock. I mean, there's nothing modified about this game.
Faster.
Alright guys, we're here with The Witcher 3 in 5K with every setting maxed out, including HairWorks and anti-aliasing and HBAO+. You can see the VRAM usage is only about 5.4 gigs. As I was saying earlier, it's kind of low. I thought it would be well above the 6 gig, you know, that's supposed to be on the 980 Ti's. But anyway, it's not bad. It's about 5.4 gigs. But look at the frame rate. It's just awfully low. The scaling just sucks. It's all over the place. You know, we're at about 25 frames a second. I mean, of course we have the HairWorks and the Ambient Occlusion turned up, as well as the foliage, so it really kills the FPS. But, you know, with 4 GTX Titan X's, I would expect at least 60 frames a second at 5K, even though that's 70% more pixels than 4K, but still, you know, it is what it is. I think the game the drivers need to be optimized. Even though these are supposedly the release drivers, they're not that good. I've been having a lot of, you know, freezes and crashes in this game after installing the new drivers, so I don't know what's going on, but I mean, the game just looks stunning. It's just incredibly detailed, and it looks beautiful. So there's Witcher 3 Wild Hunt at 5K.